Francisco Goya, the last of the old masters and the first of the new. Goya's life straddled two ages of Spain's history, an age of peace and an age of war. During the first age, Goya was prone to painting the beauty of the world as he saw it. He said, "The act of painting is about one heart telling another heart where it found salvation." He pulled shimmering scenes of gold and grandeur from the ether into our world, using only a paintbrush. The portraits he was commissioned to create contained all of the noble virtues he saw in mankind. The golden glow of his youth, however, would not last. At the height of Goya's prominence as a painter, a mysterious illness nearly cost him his life. With the help of his close friend Dr. Arrieta, the painter survived, but not without cost. He was left almost completely devoid of hearing, and his mind began to turn. His painting still reflected the world as he saw it, but he began to see things in a different way. His visions were invaded by shadowy figures, evil creatures who held domain over the hearts and the minds of men. It was during this time that an age of war fell upon Spain. The atrocities that Goya witnessed during this period permanently affected his psyche and his outlook on humanity. The painter produced a series of prints which reflected not only the horrors of his beloved Spain, but also the horrors of his mind. He wrote that the work served to occupy my imagination, tormented as it is by the contemplation of my sufferings. In his old age, as his health and his mind began to fail him, Goya took refuge at the estate known as the Quinta del Sordo, the house of the deaf man. The master was no longer interested in the beautiful colors of the world, for he no longer saw them. He painted the darkness which now surrounded him. The portraits began to escape the confines of their canvases and spill out onto the walls of the Quinta del Sordo. The resulting works would become known as the Black Paintings, and although they were never intended to be seen by the public eye, the Black Paintings are considered Goya's most masterful work. He was not driven by fame or money or glory, but a much more powerful force instead. One perhaps beyond our mortal comprehension. The master had returned from the dead, from the land beyond our reckoning, a dark land, far away from all the palaces and the shimmering glow of youth. A place removed from the light entirely. And though he visited this land and returned alive, he brought with him a terrible gift, one no mortal man could understand without sacrificing something in return. Although his sickness had left him completely deaf, Goya always complained of the noises in his head, the voices from beyond, the whispers in the dark.